still patiently taught my homebound son for hours after she spent the entire school day teaching her dozens of lucky students in person. As my son has had his 100th meltdown of the day over reading and arithmetic via Zoom because, well, cancer sucks, I have watched with tears in my eyes and listened as she calmly told my son, "I know, buddy, it's okay. You don't have to do this right now." These meltdowns turned into conversations. They turned into a trust and a desire to do better because, Mom, Ms. Rizzuto says I can do it. Time and time again, my family has looked on with the biggest smiles on our faces as my son excitedly opens letters and gifts from friends and teachers from MPE that Ms. Rizzuto personally delivered to our door, all because she wanted to make sure he knew that he was missed and still part of their classroom. I've had that sense of relief that I firmly believe many of her students must have had when they realized, hey, she really does care about me. So thank you, Ms. Rizzuto. I felt the same way when I read that out loud as I was preparing to say it. Really, that is emotional. Okay, next up we have Ms. Harding from Manassas Park High School. And I don't have a letter from a parent of a child that was going through medical issues, but I do know that recently, so I'm going to read something a little bit different from one of her colleagues, but I do know that very recently we did get a call from a parent just telling us how great Ms. Harding is and how thankful they are to have her there working with their student at the high school. Ms. Harding is a counselor at Manassas Park High School. For the past 11 years, she has been an exceptional educator, reaching a diverse population of students in a variety of roles. For the last 2 years, she has served as a school counselor. Her impact on our students and school community have been deep and wide-ranging. Ms. Harding is insightful, innovative, and generous with her time. She promotes an environment where students feel safe. She led our building in identifying and promoting an SEL program that supports students, parents, and faculty alike. I've been most impressed with Ms. Harding's ability to support students in some of the most vulnerable populations. She has a unique ability to reach students of all backgrounds and abilities. She makes individuals feel connected and important. For a high school with a challenging population, her approach of doing whatever it takes to reach students is truly exemplary. And I will say that personally, I've known Ms. Harding for some time. I was her principal when she began the journey to become a counselor, and supported her through that, and seeing her grow to this level and then be nominated as Teacher of the Year for being a counselor is awesome. So congratulations, Ms. Harding. Okay, next up, Mr. Green. So you may wonder why Mr. Green's taking up the whole screen here. So as we said last time, I'm going to ad-lib a little bit on this one, but Mr. Green was not only named the winner of the Manassas Park City Schools Teacher of the Year competition, but he was also named the Region 4 Teacher of the Year winner. The state superintendent, Dr. Lisa Coons, came here to our division to surprise Mr. Green with this award, but that was only the start of this journey. So I want to share a little bit about this journey with you. In all the time I've been in education, 17 years, I have never seen a school I've worked at or even a division I've been in have a regional winner. So when this call came to Dr. Saunders over spring break, it was a big secret, and we wanted to surprise everybody. So Dr. Lisa Coons, she is the one in the green suit on there. She's the one speaking at the podium. She's the state superintendent of education. She said, I want to come to the school, and I want to surprise Mr. Green. So in a lot of the schools that they went to, they surprised them in their classroom. We just said, hey, we'll just go in and the kids will be there and it'll be cute. And we're like, we're Manassas Park, we're bringing in the whole school. So we packed the high school gymnasium. We brought over everyone from the middle school, every single student Mr. Green has ever had, all of his colleagues. We wanted everyone to be there. And we told them that they were just coming to recognize all of our great work. And then Dr. Coons came out and she said, well, the real reason I'm here is to celebrate Mr. Green and his extraordinary teaching abilities. So that was only the start. So then they put microphones on him, they put cameras on him. He was interviewed for CBS, for ABC. He did an amazing job and really just spoke from the heart. And I know from Mr. Green, he is not an on-camera personality. He doesn't want to do the 5 o'clock news. But when they got him talking about his teaching, that was it. I mean, he was just going. So then, a couple of weeks later, he got invited to Richmond, to the governor's mansion. So what you're seeing there is behind the picture with Dr. Saunders and Ms. Tuttle and me and Mr. Green there, that's the governor's mansion. And then next door, we were in the Patrick Henry building, and they brought up all 8 regional winners from around the state, and they read about each one of them. So as you can see Mr. Green standing there, they brought him up, they read a little bit about his background, and then they announced the final winner, who was from another region, a high school math teacher, I believe, from another region is the winner. And then afterward, everyone got to go to the governor's mansion, and we got to mingle with all the winners, the governor, his wife. We all took pictures together. And he is going to continue on this work, because what they're having all 8 of them do is kind of be this task force for Virginia. So they will go down there regularly to Richmond. They will meet, and they're actually going to look at some of the issues in education and what can we do to help give back and contribute and form plans to tackle these issues in education. So he's going to remain in that group for the next year in that role. So it's been quite the journey for him. But I know I speak for all of us when we say how proud of him we are. And when you hear those stories, how hard it was to even pick the one that represented us as a division, and then to see that person go on and win and be a regional winner is really awesome. So we want to say congratulations to Mr. Green and to all of our nominated Teachers of the Year. I kind of like in front of the screen. Let's see this.
Okay.
Can I skip the picture? I'm sorry. I don't think I can leave that. What's that? See that?
You look great.
You should really middle. Yeah.
Middle.
Yeah.
5, 1, 2, go.
Yeah. I like it. All right.
Don't mind me.
Oh, boy.
I'm on the screen.
All over on the edge.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm gonna do one this way.
Wait, we need more. Wait. I wouldn't even look at the camera either.
1, 2, 3.
She was my mind. Oh, wait, let's go back.
No, my phone's over there. I'm good.
Okay.
I'll get her. I'll send her that one. All right, that concludes our spotlight this evening. Thank you.
All right. And any board member comments?
Sure, I'll get started. Congratulations. I'm just taking a second to take it all in, because I understand what you guys deal with on a daily basis. It is not easy. Yeah, even for those teachers that did not get recognized, like, you guys are in the trenches. I get it. To be able to stand out and have that parent communication, to have that way to speak to students, is a unique and very touching attribute that not all professionals in the classroom can achieve. You might be able to get a few, but your work speaks for itself. The continued work, you're seeing students all, in the middle of Walmart. There's my teacher. Let's go hide. Yeah, it's life. That speaks volumes, because they recognize you. You've been a force for them to grow with. So congratulations. This is just a small bit of how I believe that we can even begin to show how much we recognize and appreciate what you do on a daily basis.
Well said. Thank you to all of you. Like, you all are unicorns. Coach, you a unicorn.
Yeah.
So thank you all for all that you do. We do know, sometimes this is a thankless job. And so all I can just say is thank you, like, from the bottom of my heart, for all the children and all the parents and all your other staff members. Like, I know everybody says thank you, because we know we wouldn't be Manassas Park City Schools and be as great as we are without you all and all the hard work that you all do every single day. So thank you, Magical Unicorns.
Mr. Teague, Ms. Ringer, and Ms. Rizzuto, Ms. Harding, Mr. Green, I know that you've gone above and beyond, added your special touch, reaching out to each and one of the individual children in your students in your classroom. I want to say thank you. Your work, you can see your work in your students. It's amazing, and they're amazing. And so thank you for passing along all that you know and your kindness to our students.
Daniel, as before you left, that's why I wanted to stop you. You're an amazing young man. Props to your parents. You need to thank your mom and dad for raising such a wonderful son. Coach, thank you so much for the guidance. You got a super bright future, and I can't wait to see you. And I honestly wanted to thank you, because so many of our amazing athletes leave. And we have programs here. We have ways for you to highlight your skill sets here. And I thank your parents for sticking with us and not leaving the park. And I like giving us the opportunity to see your talent. And I love your family. I love your sister. So I really thank you guys for everything you do for the park.
Let me just add a little bit to that, because we're talking about not going, but even when you're gonna go and you're gonna do amazing things, but come back to us, all right? All right.
And honestly, thank you all. To see you move to tears it's emotional for all of us to see how much the kids mean to you guys. Mr. Green, I've seen you at games, kids coming up to you asking for math help during games. I've seen it, it's amazing. You guys, from sun up to sundown, the kids, are everything to you guys. And, there's nothing that we can do as a board that will ever truly show our appreciation for how much you do for the kids. My son, and he, to this day, you've been the most impactful on him. Math is his love because of you. So I really, really do appreciate everything you've done for us. Myself, my family, the city. So thank you so much. All right, so that being said, Daniel, now you can roll.
Congratulations.
All right, so superintendent announcements.
Good evening. Good evening, board members. I'm excited to share a few leadership announcements this evening. First, I want to start off with an announcement that over the past month, we have conducted interviews for the Executive Director of Human Resources and Administrative Services. We've had a few job vacancies and have done some shuffling of responsibilities to move to 3 executive directors. And I'm pleased to announce this evening that Dr. Kara Grosser has been selected for this position. It would be kind of strange for her to announce herself in that position, so I'm going to take that on tonight. So Dr. Grosser is currently our Director of Communications and Bell Foundation Executive Director, and she's held that position in Manassas Park since 2021. She comes to this position with 10 years of school administration experience, both as an assistant principal and principal, teaching experience in grades 2 through 12. She earned her doctorate of educational administration from George Washington, the George Washington University, and is endorsed in administration, elementary education, English 6 through 12, and ESOL K through 12. Kara's vast experience in all of the areas of school leadership as a principal make her an excellent candidate for this leadership role in the division. Kara will join Mrs. Calso and Mr. Lyon as the executive leadership team for the division in the coming year. So at this time, I'd like to invite Kara up here to say a few words. Hi, good evening again. I just want to say I'm really grateful for this opportunity to serve the division in a new role. I have been the interim executive director of human resources for the last 3 months, and it's really been a great experience. I'm not sure that great and HR always go together in the same sentence, but what has made it great is really the team that I've been working with, and now having some student services coming underneath and having those teams to work with will be just a really good opportunity going into next year. Following behind some of the work that's already been done by Eric Neff and Tia Halstead, it's really going to be great for me to be able to be that person to come in and see through some of that work that's already started. So I'm really excited to move into this new role. Thank you so much. Thank you. And one additional announcement. Tonight I am also announcing our candidate for the Supervisor of School Safety for the school division. As you know, we have worked over the last 3 years to really enhance school safety for our school division, working both with the governing body to enhance the structure, the hardware types of things, but also to do a lot of work on the inside with crisis planning and really supporting our staff and the facilities to make sure that we have the environment that's safe for our students. So this evening, I am excited to announce Master Police Officer Kenyetta Grigsby as our Supervisor of School Safety. So if Kenyetta would come forward. Officer Grigsby comes to us from the Manassas City Police Department, where she has served as an officer for the last 14 years. She is very familiar with the school environment, as she has spent nearly the last 10 years as the school resource officer at Osborne High School. She has extensive experience as a public information officer for the department, is trained in handling crisis events in schools, and is very familiar with school crisis planning. I do know Officer Grigsby, I don't know what else to call you. I think she's going to be retiring from or leaving the police department. So I know her as Officer Grigsby. So at this point, I'm going to have to call her something else. But I think we are going to be very well served by her experience, her knowledge, her demeanor, and the way that she handles herself within the school and taking our students and their safety as seriously as possible. So Officer Grigsby, I'm going to give you a minute to talk as well.
Good evening, everyone. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank everyone that had a hand in the process of me transitioning from my role as a police officer now into this role, and my passion just in school safety. Being a school resource officer, my goal was always to build relationships and keep student and staff safe. So I plan to do that here, transition into the park. I look forward to working with all you guys.
And that concludes the announcements, the superintendent's announcements for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions, follow-up, anything?
Welcome.
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 Yeah, welcome.
Should be in central office or? We're working on that. Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
serving all of us.
Yeah. Okay. All righty. Moving on to public comments. Ms. Williams, do we have anyone signed up for public comments?
No, Chairman Alexander.
Okay, moving on to new business. Board policies, first reading. Thank you for whoever put all of those documents in. Thank you. It was wonderful.
Yes.
So,
Good evening, Chairman Alexander, members of the board. I am pleased to present for your consideration 52 policies for their first reading this evening. These policies contain all the updates and recommendations received from the Virginia School Board Association from February 23, May 2023, February 2024, ensuring our policies are fully up to date. Moving forward, we will start to have policy committee meetings to assist with the review and revision process for our board policies. Please take the time to review these policies over the next few weeks. And I thank you for your attention and dedication to this wonderful task. And if you have any questions, just reach out and I will make sure the correct department will get back to you.
thank you so much. We will, based off the number of documents, we will get back to you in December. So, all right. All right, now moving on to operations, the new custodial contract.
Good evening, Chairman Alexander, members of the board. Tonight, Mr. Lyon, Executive Director of Finance, Mr. Simpson, Director of Facilities and Maintenance, and myself will be presenting to you our proposal to acquire or to use Hess Facilities Management as our new custodial contract. With any proposal or presentation, it is important that we connect it to our strategic plan. I think custodial and facilities, our buildings, our properties tie into all three of our pillars, 1, 2, and 3. A little background for you. In 2014, we moved from in-house custodial and maintenance to an outsourced company, GCA. GCA was with us initially, and GCA offered our custodians and our maintenance guys to continue with them, and many of them chose to do so. In about 2019, ABM purchased GCA and really just kind of continued the same processes, the same cleaning schedules, the same facility schedules as what was initially implemented by GCA. Again, many of the staff continued with them, and we were pretty pleased with the direction we were going until just past, I'd say, 21, 22. We became concerned a couple years ago that the cost of our contract with ABM continued to increase, and became aware that many of the employees that were employed by ABM, their wages remained quite stagnant over that time frame. Not to mention the fact that we didn't feel like we were getting the same quality service, whether it be custodial or whether it be from the facility side. Also, because of the wages remaining stagnant, we saw a lot of turnover in their employees. So it was constantly custodial staff in and out the windows, in and out the doors of our buildings. So we felt like there was an opportunity at this point with the cost of the contracts to continue increasing, that we look for some outside assistance. So we have put some proposals out there. The decision was made based on conversations with Mr. Simpson and Mr. Lyon that we would put a proposal out there for the custodial services, and that we would bring the maintenance part back in-house. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Lyon to talk a little bit more about the direction that we're moving forward with.
Thank you, Mr. Neff. Like Mr. Neff said, we went out and looked at different providers for custodial services. Mr. Simpson brought us one of the other vendors called HES Facilities. They have a cooperative contract with a cooperative procurement organization called Equalis. And that Equalis group is a national organization that works with agencies to put out RFPs that can be writable by other agencies across the country. And HES has a contract, as you see here, that we can ride without going out to bid and save time and still get a good deal. Right now, that contract that we would ride was initially signed in 2020. It was renewed recently and has an expiration date of 2025, so we have several years that we can utilize that contract. HES has proposed a contract for custodial services for $1.3 million. It's a 5-year contract with each annual term as a renewal term. We can terminate the contract at any time. We do not have to renew if they are not meeting our needs. HES is a national contractor, as you can see here. They specialize in educational agencies. They've been in business since 1972. They have over 12,000 skilled team workers, 150 education partners, and you can see the rest of the stats there. Right now, HES has come in and visit with our current custodial staff, is under the ABM employment, but they're willing to take them on as their employees as the principals approve them to be rehired under HES. This custodial contract provides these services that are bulleted there. One thing I want to point out is it provides 24 FTE custodians, which is our current FTEs in our current contract, and it includes a custodial director and 2 additional FTEs for light duty maintenance technicians. Those light duty technicians will help with our preventive maintenance on our facilities, changing filters and entry-level tasks that they can do to help alleviate the burden on our internal staff. So altogether, there'll be 27 FTEs. In addition to that, like Mr. Neff said, we will be turning in-house to support our facilities and maintenance services. We will be going out to, on RFP for preventative and maintenance contracts, for HVAC, for generator maintenance, and those sorts of things. We will add an HVAC FTE, 1 facility maintenance lead technician, and 1 maintenance technician. Now, the funds for these will come from cost savings in our contractual services lines and our current approved budget, but also anticipate we will have some additional support funds coming from the state with the new budget agreement. Next steps will be tonight for the board to take action for approval for this contract, and we will sign the contract with HES, and they will begin services July 1 if approved. If you have any questions, Mr. Simpson is here this evening too to ask or to answer any specific technical questions, because that is not my area of
have questions, but I'll let you guys go first if you're, unless.
Yeah, cool.
All right, so I just have a couple questions, and it's just for kind of understanding kind of the differences in services, mainly around the maintenance ones. I was just very excited to see the lower, I'm sure Paul's even more excited, the lower half, the snow removal, the HVAC, like, were those services we were getting previously, or are these new services that we're getting? Like, are those, I'm just kind of wanted, aside, everyone has a general custodial idea, but I just kind of was more interested in some of the other benefits that will take some of the burden off of you, because I know you've been slain.
So the key that really helps us moving forward with the staff that we're gonna hire is the light maintenance workers that will do the light bulb change, filter change, seal and tile. That's a lot of the work. They can do just the light duty stuff. And so that's gonna be key to our shop to be successful. We will have preventative maintenance outsourced, the chillers, cooling towers, generators. Of course, we'll try to do all in-house, but there's some things that we won't be able to handle in-house.
What's their general time commitment for snow removal? Like for, I know that's always
Yeah,
the,
so it's game on when it snows.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
They will take care of the sidewalks, the perimeter of the building, the sidewalk, walkways, and my staff will do the plowing.
Gotcha.
And maybe, hopefully no snow, but we'll see.
Don't let the teachers hear you say that.
I know, right?
Okay, that was it. Thank you. I'm really appreciative of obviously of the fact that they're taking on our staff, obviously at the discretion of the principals. But that's wonderful news. And my understanding is that they'll be taking them on and all getting a better salary.
Yes,
I don't know.
sure,
if
yes.
That's key.
Yeah, that is key.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
You actually asked the question that I was going to.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Moving on to upcoming meetings. Our next meeting.
Chairman Alexander, it's an
Oh, do
action
we do have an
item.
action coming out of this? Yes, we
Yes.
do. That's why it's in the action agenda. All right, can I get a motion and a second for the award or the adoption of the new custodial contract as presented?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Since I'm gonna
You gonna need
do
a
a
roll
roll
call?
call vote. Yes.
All right, because it's money.
Ms. Stacy Cyberling,
Yes.
Dr. Shante Jones.
Yes.
Mr. Michael Cummings,
Yes.
Mr. Paul Alexander.
Yes.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. All right, now upcoming meetings. We have a regular school board meeting Monday, June 3rd, at 6:59 in board chambers on the second floor. And now board member comments.
Graduation is June.
Yeah, that's what I figured someone would
First,
bring it up.
June 1st is graduation, so we'll see each other then.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. I just want to say on the contract, great work. I know negotiations can be very difficult, and I'm sure that tried your patience quite a bit. Also want to say congratulations to all of our students. There's a choir concert going on, I believe, as we speak, which Miles and our student members happen to be performing in. So awesome, congratulations and good luck to them. Yeah, congratulations to our teachers. I know they put a lot of hard work in. So, okay, I'm done.
All right, thank you. Wanted to send a huge shout out and congratulations to all of the students that graduated from the Governor's School. When was that? Saturday. So congratulations to all of those students. They were amazing. All the research symposium, all those projects were great. And we had, shout out to Dr. Calhoun, who's the director of Gov School, who made all that happen, and his staff. So thank you to all of the staff and teachers of Gov School. Congratulations to all the students. And also I want to send a shout out to, I think it was the drama for the drama, what do you call it? Yes, thank you. Department, for the production of Little Mermaid, I was able to go, and it was just amazing. We have some talented kids. So great job to all of them. And then there were some who were I went to the research symposium Friday and went to the show Friday night and saw the same kids. So our kids are doing everything and they're great. And so just want to say congratulations to all of them. And I think that's all I got.
Can I add?
I have
real quick?
a couple things. Hold on, I'll let you.
I promise mine will be really short. Two things. Congratulations, Dr. Grosser. And also, my daughter loved The Little Mermaid. I just need to put that out there. She had so much fun and actually requested to go see other high school musicals in progress as it goes. So, okay, thank you. Sorry.
So I'm just gonna reiterate, Little Mermaid was awesome. The orchestra, I definitely wanna highlight them for sure. The mixture medley that they did at the beginning was phenomenal. I wouldn't have known that they were high school students for sure. Definitely very professional. So it was great. Also, congratulations to our Nurses A graduates. Got to see them get their graduate and congratulate them. Some amazing, amazing students. So that was super impressive to see that program actually take flight. So that was, thank you for allowing me to participate in that. Also, our governor's school graduation, that was amazing too, to see all the students. I know how much hard work that they also put into getting there over the course of 4 years, even before then. It really starts in middle school. They start prepping them to get those kids set up for that particular program. So it is a lot of dedication, a lot of late nights, and a lot of missed parties and missed birthdays and friendships and all sorts of stuff because they're studying and working towards that that certificate of that graduation. So congratulations, Kara. And that's it.
I'm not going to repeat anything else because everybody else already said anything except thank you to Dr. Jones for chairing Gov School this past year. We do not have to chair it next year, luckily. So, but thank you very much to her for everything she did. If there are no other comments, can I get a motion and a second to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned. Thank you all.
So Miles was my favorite.
He really was.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I heard Miles stole the show.
Yes,
Miles
he did.
did.
He definitely did.
And also Colgan, who was the
Did you
French
ever get a
chef.
chance? Hey, Paul,
Yes.
before you
Oh my
leave,